the current Speaker of the State House of Assembly, when he said that Omitonto 3.0 is the way to go, and he categorically made that statement. I'm going to also play him this morning. And then your personality in terms of relatability, how is he relatable to the people? Economic thinking, can they grow the state economically? And also jobs, investment and value chains, as well as continuity and stability. Will they sustain or disrupt what is happening currently? Now, there are 5 members of Seyi Makinde's side on the divide being assessed. And I got the list of these 5 people that were being assessed by Seyi Makinde's group. We have Amofin Beula Adeoye, Mr. Bimbo Adekambi, Kampo Fatah Osheni, retired. His own name seemed to be new for me, and I was wondering, when did he come into it? We also have Otumba Segun Ogunwuyi, and then we had Dr. Debo Akande. Now, for Bimbo Adekambi, his strengths were said to be fiscal discipline and structure, said to be grounded in finance, budgeting, and administrative control, as demonstrated as well he was serving at the cabinet of Senator Abiola Ajimobi. He said to resonate with professionals who prioritize competence over politics. He's a technocrat, as he said, but he said for his weakness, is not very visible. Is less associated with large-scale multi-sector execution. Consistency question is also there, that he played with Ajimobi and then now he's coming into Seyi Makinde's group and said, how can you trust such a person in terms of his consistency? I said he's also seen more as a technocrat rather than a broadly people-facing figure in terms of his appeal to the people. Now, his scorecard was to say that for execution, they said he scored 6/10. For his connection, they said he scored 5.5. And then for his economic thinking, 6.5. And for his continuity and stability, he got 5/10. Then you come to Segun Ogunwuyi. Dr. Segun Ogunwuyi, his political structure and coordination is a strength. They said he has strong experience in managing political systems and executive operations. That is deeply embedded in the current administration. He's said to have grassroots political network. He's from Ogbomoso, limited independent. For weaknesses, they say he has a limited independent delivery profile and more associated with coordination than visible standalone execution. For management versus expansion gap, that is strong at managing systems and less proven in scaling them, though. For a geopolitical constraint, as a non-Ibadan candidate, he faces the reality of lower electoral concentration. And so that's what he said about him in that piece. Now, for his scorecard, Segun Ogunwuyi scored 6 for execution, 7 for connection, 5.5 for economic thinking, 8 for continuity and stability, and for overall, he scored 6.6/10 and overall. For Debo Akande, said his strength will be that he's a system builder across sector. He works across agriculture, investment, enterprise, infrastructure in connected ways, and strong economic thinking, focus on value chains, investment, and long-term development, and that he has a continuity advantage, having worked with Seyi Makinde since inception, and that's directly involved in the design and execution of current systems. But his weakness is that he came out publicly in terms of visibility. He was late, only recently becoming widely known to the broader electorate. Hitherto, he's been just within the cycle of governance and doing his thing. So he's been not very visible. In terms of execution, he said he scored 8.5. For connection, he had 6.5. He's just growing in terms of visibility to the people. For economic thinking, he's rated 8.5. And for continuity and stability, he's rated 9. So overall, he scored 8.1. For Biola Adeoye, his strength was intellectual and legal weight. Is Amofin, a legal mind. It brings strong professional credibility and legal depth and perceived independence and less tied to day-to-day government operations. His weakness is that he has no strong track record of executive operations in governance. and he also had low delivery visibility in terms of seeing him around, and that the non-Ibadan contender faces structural electoral disadvantage, as it were, right now. I was talking about it. So his scorecard for execution 5.5, for connection 5, economic thinking 5.5, continuity and stability 4.5, and overall 5.1%. And lastly, is Fatai Osheni in the compo. For security, it's his strength, institutional discipline, strong background in law enforcement and public order, and his recognizable public profile, well known in security space in his niche. But weakness is narrow governance perception, primarily seen through a security lens rather than broad governance. As I said, is popular in his niche, but maybe limited to his niche. In terms of his scorecard, execution 5.5, connection 6% over 10, economic thinking 5, and for his continuity 4.5, and overall 5.25. Now, these are just the explanations for the write-up and for the people that have screened them. However, let's come to you as an electorate. If you look at all those that have been contending, Odidomo is also contending for this position as of rep member. He's also people that have been mentioned. But tell me, in your opinion, who do you think would you expect that Governor Seyi Makinde will be picking, if at all he's picking, or if his group is doing the consensus parameters to pick somebody? This morning, we are just hazarding a guess. I'm just asking you to hazard a guess. Who do you think will be on the mind of Seyi Makinde, and why? In your thoughts, who do you think will be in his mind? Who will be the most appropriate personality in their consensus process? And tell me why, in your opinion. If you are involved in this, give me one person that you think, or two persons, if you also don't want to be that direct, one or two persons you think should be Seyi Makinde and his group's choice. That's one question. The second question is, what are the options for Seyi Makinde and his group right now? Some have said that he might be going to Saraki Dixon's party. It doesn't look like he will be going to ADC right now with the crisis in ADC. Or will he be going to Accord? And what happens to the man who had raised, a grassroots following for himself within the Accord party? I'm talking about Oriyomi Hamzat. And so, will he be going to Accord, or NDC, or what party will he be approaching if he needs to go to another party? Is the possibility of reconciliation within the PDP, is it a foregone conclusion? I'd like to hear your thought. 07069493000. And I see people are already making comments on Facebook, and thank you. Let me just take a few of the comments there. Akim Alekon says, who should be a successor must be underhand of party, not by authoritarian means of Mr. Governor. They might do it in other states and succeed, but I must tell you, it can't work in your state. Former Governor Ishaq Ajumabi did it and got it wrong. That's Akim Alekon. Now, but